This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to YAHAWAH, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing be multiplied on all you brethren out there pushing this word in all sincerity and in truth. All right, another shalom to the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and the rest of the men, women, and children that will receive mercy from the Lord in these last days. Shalom. All right, and to all you scattered Israelites that are scattered throughout all the other nations that look like the other nations. All right, as Elder Malcolm says, this is not a black thing. Shalom unto you too. All right, and this is another lesson, Lord willing, to edify through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And as you can see, you know, some of the main talks in the news and surrounding prophecy in these times is this World War III, which is getting, where the Lord is making particular things happen to set this prophecy in motion. All right, and hey, man, we're just at that time. Hey, our salvation is drawing nigher each and every day. Hey, and the Lord is moving these nations to get involved in this third world war. Which, if you are in this truth, you know that you're a Hebrew Israelite. These are the times that you should be rejoicing in what the Lord is doing, because ultimately we know that our salvation and our deliverance is heavily linked to this third world's war. Where the Lord is going to gather all these nations in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Where that Yahweh Shai is going to come in the midst of this third world's war to judge and to make war. To bring these nations and their armies down to their knees and simultaneously gather and deliver his elect from the four corners of the earth. And then, we'll get the new bodies, we'll get the new names, we'll get the orders from Yahweh Shai and the chariots. And at the time appointed, we're going to come back down here on the earth and establish the kingdom of heaven. All right. So these are times that we should be rejoicing in and, praising Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, that these things escalate and, these things no longer become just rumors of war, but it actually sparks and gets to this third world war. All right. And I got an article from the People's Voice, which says, WEF Insider Elite planning World War III within weeks to rebuild world from nuclear ashes, which we know is the only world that's going to be rebuilt from the ashes. Well, not even technically. We know that the only thing that's going to be rebuilt is the kingdom of Israel, the throne of David. All right. And like I said earlier, hey, the Lord is using this third world war ultimately to avenge the nation of Israel and to, avenge us of our enemies, to bring vengeance and payback to all of these heathen nations that have had a hand in our downfall or destruction. It's really a payback for the 12 tribes of Israel for all of the hell we had to catch, from these different heathen nations throughout history. All right. And the Lord has it in Esau's mind, these elites' mind, thinking that they're going that this war is going to happen according to their plans, that they're going to rise from the ashes and establish their new world order and microchip everybody and have this digital slave system to where they can live forever and play God via their technology and artificial intelligence, which is nothing but a snare and a trap. You see, the Lord is putting on the spirit on these elites to believe that they're going to be able to accomplish this goal. But really, the Lord is setting them in very slippery places, and it's a snare and a trap for them. All right? Because we know that, like I said earlier, like Yahweh Shai is going to come in the midst of this agenda. Scriptures tell you that while he's about to fill his belly, the Lord is going to, see if I can get that real fast. I don't want to butcher it too bad. To fill belly. Oh, Salaki. No, it's in Job. Goddamn. Here we go. It says, this is Job chapter 20. Let me see. I'll start at Job 20 and 20. It says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. You see? And what is he ultimately desiring is to rise from the ashes after this thermonuclear, after this Third World War, to establish his new world order. All right, he's not going to save of that which he's desired. He's not going to establish his enterprise with success. All right, it's all a snare and a trap for his soul, and it's going to lead to him ultimately being destroyed and being visited upon by YAHAWAH and all the host of angels. It says, there shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. You see, the nuclear missiles. And you see, and this is why these elites are getting ready to go down in their bunkers and try to be underground, be in these space stations, be wherever they're going to be in particular parts of the world, while it's all burning, and while they know it's going to be that this Third World War is going to bring nuclear war. Their vision is to ride it out in their bunkers and their safe places, and when all is said and done, to rise out of the ashes and bring this new world order. You see? But that's not the case. That's not what prophecy says, man. You see? It says the Lord is going to cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and it shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Talking about the nuclear missiles, you see? Because ultimately when these nukes fly, that's it for Esau. That's where his story ends, man. And we're gonna grab him out of those bunkers. We're gonna pull him from out of the holes of the earth, slap chains, put them all in slavery. They're gonna build the kingdom of heaven. They're gonna get their ass beat for 1,000 years, and then we're gonna do away with the whole seed line of Esau, Edom, man, woman, and child. After that first 1,000-year period in the kingdom of heaven. You see, so this is all the plans of YAHAWAH for these things to take place, so that the desired outcome can come. All right. So it says the stakes have never been higher. The global elite, who know their days are numbered following Trump's election win, are pushing us toward World War III. You got to understand this. All right, their days are not numbered because Trump won. Their days are numbered because YAHAWAH said their days are numbered. Let me get that. I think I had that on here too. All right. Yeah, here we go. This is Job 14:5. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou has appointed his bounds, that he cannot pass. You see? And Trump is just a pawn being used by the Heavenly Father to do what he's supposed to be doing. But at the end of the day, these elites' days are numbered because the Most High has his days numbered, man. The Lord has it set in his mind the exact time, moment, and day, and minute, and hour that Esau, Edom is going to be thrown down and never rise again. You see? So get this out of your mind, that because of what Trump's going to come. Look, man, Trump is a pawn brought and paid for by these elites as well. Don't think for 1 minute that he's here to do his own bidding and to do his own thing. He's doing the will of these elites, and he has masters and overlords that he has to answer to too. All right, he's just being used by the Heavenly Father to set the stage for these things to happen. It says, now with Biden approval for Ukraine to use long-range weapons inside Russia, the globalists have crossed a red line, an unconstitutional act of war that risks igniting the nuclear catastrophe we've long feared. You see, because everything moves to the tune of prophecy. All right, as the Lord put the spirit on Biden to, probably it's not even Biden, but his owners and the people that are really running Washington and this world, the Lord put it on their spirit to let Ukraine use those ATACMS missiles inside of Russia, just so that this war can get exactly where it needs to be. You see? And it says, you want the reality of it. In just 72 minutes of nuclear exchange, 60% of the world's population, 5 billion people, would either be vaporized instantly or suffer an excruciating death from radiation. The survivors wouldn't fare much better living in a modern hellscape. As nuclear winter plunges us into chaos, society as we know it would collapse. Yeah. But whose society, whose world? Esau's world is going to fully collapse. Remember, the elect, we're going to be beamed up into the chariots. Ain't no telling how long we're going to be up in the chariots with YAHAWAH until we come back down here on this earth and, reset everything. Get this earth, whip it back into shape. Correct and fix all the damage that Esau, Edom has done, you know, while he's been a horrible steward and a ruler of this planet Earth. All right. And remember, these nuclear missiles are just being used as a cleansing agent to cleanse up all the gunk and the funk and the stank that Esau has, brought upon this earth. All right. But let me get to the point. I don't want to keep reading this shit. It says, let me see. What was it? Yeah, here we go. It says that the global elites are concerned and they know their grip on power is slipping. Desperation is setting in, pushing them towards drastic measures. For decades, they have been orchestrating plans to ignite World War III, a calculated move to establish a new world order and consolidate control under a one-world government. Now, with time running out, the globalist ghouls are racing to execute their agenda before it's too late. And you see, and it's not because they're doing it, because like I just read in Job the 14, it's because the Lord is putting the spirit on these devils to move with haste. And these elites are not stupid, all right? They know what the prophets and the true men of YAHAWAH, Shem YAHWAH, us out there on the highways and the byways and what we're doing, all these videos and all these shows, what it really signifies, all right? They know that their time is up. Esau's not, he ain't stupid. He knows, what the prophets signify, all right? And they've been going to their soothsayer, their astrologers. They've been doing what they got to do on the left-hand side to try to get answers. But, hey, the only answer that they're going to get is what the prophets are out here telling them to their face of what it's going to be. All right? And, hey, we're just at a time to where their time is just about up, man. All right? And Esau knows that, man. So we know, like it tells you in the book of Revelation, he's about to come down with great wrath, man. And a lot of these elites, they're not seeing eye to eye. They're not agreeing on everything. But ultimately, at the end of the day, man, it's all the spirit and the will of Yahawah Shem YAHWAH. And Esau is ultimately going to be destroyed. He's at the point of no return. He can't turn this thing back because the Lord is going to further put that spirit on them to get involved in this third world's war. And we know, before it all gets hot and heavy, that the MOTB is going to come. 2nd Ezra 15 and 16 chapter, all of the chaos, the calamity, the race riots, the sedition, all these things in between. But ultimately, it's all going to lead to Esau Edom's rulership and his teeth being broken out of his mouth and him basically, being set up to be nuclearly annihilated. All right, so this is Jeremiah 50 and 9. It says, "For lo, I will cause to come up against Babylon," which this Babylon is America, "an assembly of great nations from the north country." See, and it's talking about the Russians. The bear that is being poked and that is being provoked, man. And Biden is going to do everything in his power before Trump gets into, the power seat to get this, to get this war popping, man. All right, and it's going to happen because it's prophetic. It says, "And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken." And this is why Putin just signed that new, I forget what it's called, but basically he put it into office, on paper to where they're about to, have the green light to use nuclear missiles because America and NATO are violating particular treaties, man. America and UK and those NATO nations, whether it's Finland or Germany or which one, I forget, that supplied these weapons and the go-ahead for Ukraine to shoot deep inside Russia, man, is pushing it to the point of no return. And now Russia is to the verge to where, they can attack back with nuclear missiles, man, which, as we know, Russia has the most sophisticated nuclear arsenal on the planet, far surpassing America in number and sheer power and advancements. And guess what? It's all going to be used because these are the weapons of Yahawah Shem YAHWAH's indignation. It says, "And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain." You see, and those arrows are symbolic talk for those nuclear missiles. All right. It says they're not going to return in vain. It tells you that in Esdras that, when these arrows begin to be shot from one end of the earth into the other, they're going to hit their mark, man. All right. Scriptures tell you how these missiles, they're going to be guided, they're going to be guided, ultimately by the spirit of Yahawah Shem YAHWAH and the high, sophisticated technology that is within these missiles. And they're not going to miss their target. All right. America, Babylon the Great is one big dart mat, which is going to be lit up and melted and obliterated. You see, and all this situation that's happened, all of this poking the bear and these nations gathering for war is going to lead to this very thing that I'm reading. It says, their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man, and none shall return in vain. And Chaldea shall be a spoil, and all that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith Yahawah. You see? It says, because ye were glad, because you rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because ye were grown fat as the heifer at grass, and bellow as bulls. Your mother shall be sore confounded, she that bare you shall be ashamed. And that's talking about Great Britain, because that's who America came out of. The scriptures even tell you that eventually that the 10 horns, these NATO and EU nations that are joined with America, eventually they're going to turn around and burn this whore with fire. They're going to hate the whore, because America right now is getting NATO and the EU involved in this third world war, whether it's something that they want to do or not. You see, and eventually the tables are gonna turn, and they're gonna burn this whore with fire, man. You see? It says, behold, the hindermost of the nation shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Because of the wrath of Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. See? And that's the fate that America has. All right? It says, every one that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished, and hiss at all her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. See? And like I said earlier, that's going to be the vengeance on Babylon the Great and America for all the hell, the rape, robbery, the murder, the slavery, all the hell that we had to catch here in Babylon the Great under the rulership of Esau Edom. You see? This is how this place is going to be paid back for what it has done to the chosen people of Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. You see? It says, shout against her round about. She hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of Yahawah. Take vengeance upon her as she have done do unto her. You see, and this is why, it's such a great judgment. And Babylon the Great is going to be thrown down with such fierce anger and such destruction, man. And this is why it's never going to be inhabited again. It says, cut off the sower from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn every one to his people, and shall flee every one to his own nation. It says, Israel is a scattered sheep. The lions have driven him away. Matter of fact, let me jump down and get to the point. It says, verse 18, it says, therefore, thus saith Yahawah of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will punish the king of Babylon. And who's about to be the new king of Babylon is Donald J. Trump when he gets sworn into office. You see? It says, and I will punish the king of Babylon and his land as I have punished the king of Assyria. It says, and I will bring Israel again to his habitation, and he shall feed on Carmel and Bashan, and his soul shall be satisfied upon Mount Ephraim and Gilead. And in those days and in that time, saith Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none, and the sins of Judah, and they shall not be found, for I will pardon them whom I reserve. Right, and then we're going to go up, then we're going to be in the kingdom of heaven after all is said and done, and this place is totally destroyed, man. And it goes into it more. It talks about the hammer of the earth and how the Lord has laid that snare for Babylon the Great, you see? And this place is through. This place is finished, man. All right? And these elites are doing nothing more than the will of Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, man. And you see, look at this. It tells you that Sweden know that war is coming, warning its citizens to stockpile food. And who is Sweden? Sweden is part of the beast. Sweden is part of the NATO and the EU. Which they're being thrown right in the midst of this war, and eventually they're going to have to hate the whore. Like I said, eventually, Great Britain is going to get involved. France, Germany, Sweden, all these other, those vassal states, the 10 horns, plus now all the NATO and EU. Eventually, they're all going to get involved, man. They're all going to be involved in this war to end all wars, man. See? And then you're going to get Russia, China, India, North Korea. I was just reading an article. North Korea, Kim Jong-un was saying, now is the time to really stockpile all of our nuclear missiles to go to war with the West, man. So we're definitely in the time and the seasons of war, man. While everybody here in America is all geeked up on Trump, they're talking about how America's going to be made great again. You're going to have more money in your pocket. He's going to fix the economy. And not knowing that ain't none of that shit going to happen, man. This place is, hey, they're going to have to go to war, man. Not only war abroad, but it's going to be war here inside of the states, man. You know, when Trump tried to gather up all of these so-called migrants here out of this country, it's just going to just be a powder keg of straight, war, sedition, civil, race war, civil war here in the States, but also America's going to be in war abroad, man. And they're going to have a draft, and this place is just going to completely just collapse and ultimately be destroyed at the end of the day, man. So, hey, man, we got to rejoice, praise YAHAWAH for all that he's doing. Hey, a lot of things are popping. Prophecy is definitely in full effect, man. So we just got to stay in the spirit, and we're going to sit back and watch this prophecy unfold, man. And Lord willing, we're part of the elect. We're going to be taken up and delivered out of the great judgment that's coming down upon this place pretty soon, man. So, hey, the water YAHAWAH for that, man. So, hey, with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. Lord willing, you were edified. All praise, honor, and glory goes to YAHAWAH for putting the spirit of me to do this lesson. To the next one, shalom.